Hi friends, this is a video about how to ruche the ribbon floss cotton. This is the look that you get when you have it completed, and we're going to talk about how to do that. So ribbon floss cotton is a painter's thread product, and it now comes on spools, but they've just recently made the switch from just winding it up in a bag or to putting it on a spool. There's a lot more on the spool, and they're a lot more expensive because it has so much more to it. So it's a woven, almost like a twill tape. You can see right here the different layers that are woven. So we are going to ruche some of it onto my little practice cloth. And it's important to know before you start how long of a ruche you're going to do. So I'm going to do it from right here to right here, because the amount of ribbon floss cotton that you need is 3 to 4 times that length. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I cut it off right there, I do not have enough to thread the needle or to tie a knot. So I'm going to go ahead and add enough more to tie my needle and to tie a knot at the end. And to tie a knot afterwards and snip that off. So that's how I decided how long of a piece I needed. I like to use it with a chenille needle. It can sometimes be a little bit tricky to thread because you've got all of those edges, but not too bad. Okay, and then tie a knot in the other end. Okay, now it is a thick thread to get through. You may want to switch from a chenille 22 to a chenille 18, but I've been able to make it work with the 22. Just wiggle it and get it through. Okay, now we're going to go back down through the other end of it. You'll notice I haven't done anything yet, but once I get it through back here, I'm going to unthread my needle. So I just kind of have that loop on there, and this is where it's important to get about 2 to 3 times what you want, depending on how tight you want it to be. Now, on the back here, I'm going to kind of spread the tips of it apart so that I can grab a hold of one thread. It does not matter which thread you grab a hold of, you just need to get one little thread. And sometimes I use tweezers to get one little thread, because you don't want more than one. There we go, there's one. Now, when you start to pull that, you'll see it start to ruche together, but I don't want the ruching on the back. And so as I do this, I hold on to it back here as I pull so that the ruching ends up on the front. It looks like that's about as much ruching as I need. I just need to spread it out more. I may decide I want to put, if you decide you want more fabric on there or more, then just pull it back out further and continue to pull on your ruche until you get as much ruching as you want and as much of the ribbon floss cotton is what it's called. It's a cotton, and I guess because of the thickness they call it ribbon floss. And then you can go ahead and tie a knot on the back or just lash it down, whichever works best for you. And then you usually need to secure the front also. I've used it as a beard and as hair, and I just went ahead and tacked it down here and there with just regular thread so it wouldn't show. I've also put French knots back and forth on here. That's kind of fun, or a pistol stitch out on each side. It depends on what you want it to look like. On the stems here, that's what I have, is just back and forth with French knots that tack it down and hold it in place. And that is how you use ruched cotton ribbon floss.